Hey everybody, welcome to Module 9. I want to run through a couple things as you're finishing up your digital content experience projects here, give you a couple helpful tips that will hopefully get you ready and set you up for success on these. So one of the big things is remember to not respond directly to the prompts. For that individual analysis, I see a ton of the people who just take those questions on there and literally say, here's a question, how is the web experience? And then lay out from there. Don't do that directly. Those are meant for you to think and approach those things, but then you find your own way to kind of delve into that topic and find a way to create that understanding. So make sure you're working through that. Reporting versus analysis. Remember my TV weatherman example. So when it's out, you say it's 72 degrees right now, the sun is shining. Those are just reporting. Those are things that are happening. We want the analysis. What's going to happen? What is the forecast of what's coming? And why is that the case? So it's to say, I believe that in 4 days, the temperature is actually going to go up from here, and here's why. There's a low pressure system coming in underneath. Same thing here for you guys. We believe that as a group that there's an opportunity to do this with our digital content, and it's because there's a gap between all of these other areas. You're giving the background, you're giving the rationale where you see the opportunity, you're referring to your brand value proposition, you're referring to your audience's wants and needs, and you're giving all those things, and that's going to be really helpful for them to really get through that. Explaining that thinking, giving examples to prove your point. Take a stance and then back it up with the analysis and actual examples that you're finding as you go and do this. Those are things that are really important for the individual analysis piece that you're doing on this. Again, that's due Tuesday, so a week from today. Hopefully you're well on your way on that. For the group assignment, you're going to use the little bits of individual in little bits and pieces of your individual analyses to prove a point. So again, remember, think about charts and graphs to show, from a continuum as they're moving through. You shouldn't be reusing your individual analyses in these group pieces. That should only be little bits and pieces to show these macro level trends and analysis of the market. Here you may want to show a couple examples, but the charts and graphs are going to be the important piece. Some of the sample projects that I have in there kind of do a good job on that to show how those things come together. So you're looking for gaps. In the industry, we call these white space. So if everybody's doing X and Y, then you find this area in between, the thing that you can do to really stand out. Those are your opportunities. Highlight the opportunities that you found that stand out based on those individual analyses. Make the case. Now that you know all of this, what does that mean for your brand? What are you going to do? What will you do because of your findings that you have here? And as always, connect it back to your audience's needs and wants and your brand value proposition. What are you doing? What are you delivering? What kind of promise are you serving the people and your customers and those kind of things? Then you're going to move into your digital experience. Here I'm looking to have you use technology to create this meaningful, rich, immersive digital experience. But because it is one thing that you're creating, this is not just one slide or a couple of slides that you're doing. The digital experience should be mini slides throughout here. I would guess this section is probably going to be at least 15 slides on its own to talk about, set the stage, talk about what you're going to do, why you're going to do it, audience, brand value proposition, content plan, and what will it look like as you're doing. Show me these examples. Don't just tell me you're going to create this experience. Explain it. Make it obvious for me as a CEO so I can get really behind it, get really excited and say, yes, we need to give you guys the budget allocation. We need to give you guys all these other pieces so we can go and make that successful. I know it's going to work out. So that's going to take real examples, real passion and interesting pieces. And finally, make sure you're getting into the measurement. What are your goals? Use specific numbers and metrics. So instead of just saying that we'll create this content out here and that we'll have it seen by 1,000 people, just a random number, give me actual numbers on why these numbers are out there. What's our audience representation look like? How many people are we going to get in front of? What's conversion look like? And then the why behind that. How will you know it's working? How will you find these metrics and know what's important for that? And then finally, the last piece for this assignment is a group meeting recording. It's really just practice to get ready for 2 other assignments that are coming later on. But I want you guys practicing behind this, getting familiar with the technology, being comfortable using that. So you're giving me just a little snippet inside of one of your group meetings so I can see how the thinking is going. Go somewhere quiet with minimal distraction so I'm able to see what's going on with video and see and talk as you guys interact and engage on those things. So a couple things that you got on the horizon coming in, 1 on Tuesday, 2 on Sunday. Let me know what I can do to help for you guys. I don't want to leave you guys in a spot where you feel like you're doing this all on your own. I'm here to help, rely on your group certainly, but let me know what I can do to set you up to be successful on this. So really excited to see what you guys come up with. This is a fun assignment. It gives you a lot of creativity and freedom, and I hope you guys have a great week. Thanks, everybody.